Angelo here. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back for Here's My Stream. So, we got Move here, activating the the wonderful my fucking thoughts on the new Venom slash the new Venom movie. It's called Let There Be Carnage, but it's Venom and Carnage. Now, let me tell you something. If you guys know anything about Spooderman or the good old Spider-Man, everyone knows that Venom was probably the cooler character that ever came out. The black suit Spider-Man, everyone remembers, but of course it was quote-unquote evil. It was a space guy. But in that case, it goes to Eddie Brock, the angry motherfucker who honestly, in comics in general, has probably one, if not the greatest redemption arcs of being an anti-hero. He starts off as a villain and he becomes a full-on anti-hero. I dislike the fact that they didn't have any reference at all to Spider-Man in the original Venom, and like they're just kind of hiding it away. I thought at the very end you would see like a picture of Spider-Man. I think I talked about it in one of my previous videos about like Venom in general when I went and watched the commercial, but for this movie in general. But I'm still yet to watch this movie, so this is gonna be like my pre-thoughts, what I think before I go and watch the movie, and then after I do watch Venom, Let There Be Carnage, I will definitely go on it. I'll tell you, number one thing that I saw a little trailer on it. Carnage is a killer. He's a gigantic serial killer. Okay, and he's pretty warped, pretty twisted, and he does some fucked up shit. And when he becomes one with the symbiote, there is no we, because when you ever hear Venom and Eddie Brock talk, they say we, because they're coexisting. Whenever you hear Carnage talk, which is something that I knew because I saw from the trailers, they kind of made him a T-Rex, where he's like, rawr, 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 you know, he's just gonna scream and yell. But like, Carnage is actually Cletus Cassidy. Like, he literally absorbs and is one. There is no symbiote, there is no Cletus Cassidy, there's only Carnage. Carnage and Cletus Cassidy are one person, and they bonded like on like a fucking molecular level, like they bonded in blood. Because see, Venom covers Eddie Brock as like a suit, I guess you can say. So he's like kind of his Iron Man suit, so he's still in there. But then there's a scene that was great. I'll try and show it here. But you see like the prison guard shooting at him, and then at Carnage, and when they're shooting at him, he legit like opens up his chest. That is not possible for Eddie Brock, because Eddie Brock is still in there. But because because Carnage and Cletus Cassidy, the symbiote, they are one, they can legit move like he's a monster. He legit is a monster. And I guess their way of making him, there probably is. I thought they were trying to make a reference to Toxin in the first movie, but that wasn't him. That was Riot. So that was a whole nother thing. But yeah, so they could be talking about Toxin. Toxin could be coming out, you know. But I definitely remember that there was also the way they're going to do it so that Cletus Cassidy talks. Because I don't know if you guys ever watched that 90s show, and then you hear Cletus Cassidy there talking. He's still Cletus Cassidy as Carnage. And to me it worked, because he has a high-pitched voice, he's crazy, but he's always saying me, hey, that's what I thought. They're not saying, hey, that's what we thought. No, because he is Carnage. He is everything that Carnage is. But, yeah, oh, man, so, aside from that, and making Carnage a T-Rex, the other biggest gripe that I already know, I don't think this is rated R. I thought this thing was going to be rated R. I hope there's a director's cut where there's blood, guts, carnage, all that stuff. Literally, carnage. But I believe this is PG-13. So I think it's going to be one of those Marvel-fied, no blood. So basically they're shooting guns, and it's basically just, you know, the blanks. And you can tell they're blanks because there's nothing really attacking or hitting anybody. And then it's a lot of grabbing and throwing, maybe. But the Carnage uses his symbiote to turn into blades. And he becomes like a freaking T-1000, just slicing and dicing people. Yeah, so basically, it's going to be interesting. Like I said, when I watch it, I'll let you know. Again, I hope there's a director's cut that is like not rated or unrated or just hard R. Because that's, like, can you imagine the first Deadpool not having any blood? Think about that. Deadpool 1 with no blood, PG-13, it would fail. It would fail so hard. But because they allowed it to be an hard R, it worked. But I kind of feel that's what Venom, Let There Be Carnage needed to be. So before this rambles on too long, that's my overall thoughts. Those are like the three main things. One, they still have no mention of Spider-Man. Two, they made Carnage, when he's Carnage, just a rawr, I'm a T-Rex, I'm a dinosaur. Rawr. You know, I mean, that's basically it. And the last one is that it's a PG-13 movie. Still gonna watch it. Still gonna check it out. Hope it's good. And I believe a lot of the movie might just be the banter between Venom and Eddie Brock. But which is kind of weird because when Eddie Brock fuses with the Venom or the symbiote the first time, they both hate Peter Parker and they're both in this together. They're working towards a common goal to fuck up Spider-Man. And I guess that's, without Spider-Man, you had to create this dynamic. And now it's like, you know, Eddie can't, you know, Eddie keeps telling the symbiote, hey, you can't eat people. Which is interesting, because I never thought about that the symbiote's literally eating people's brains. That's interesting. So, and you could be very well right. Their move, Toxin, could very much be coming out soon enough. We'll see. But there you go, guys. That's my fucking thoughts on what I think pre-watching Venom, Let There Be Carnage. You guys let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Am I right, wrong? Like I said, I'll be watching the movie itself. In which case, I will have my effing thoughts after I watched Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see you guys out there. Later.
Oh, shit! Oh, where you going? That is a red one! Freeze! Who are you? What are you doing here?
Hold your fire! I'm a human!